You doing, Marini? Mm. 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 With Malamar. Looks like we found Malamar. Yo, sweetie, you need to hear this. I was just dozing under a tree earlier, but when I woke up, I found myself here, underwater. My goodness, what a shock. I mean, it was all so sudden, I truly thought I must have been hypnotized. But you know, as I start to get used to it, I'm beginning to appreciate the upsides of being underwater. Malamar, the overturning Pokemon. It flashes the pattern on its torso to control its prey and draw them in. The edges of its fins are super sharp. Interesting one. Malamar's here. Okay. Looks like we got another poker friend here. Let's see who it is. Oh, Swampert. This area is amazing. Such a great place to take it easy. I bet it would be great to live here. You're the one who made it so nice? Whoa, thank you. I wish I could do something for you in return. Oh, I know. I'm actually really strong, so if you ever want to build a sturdy house, I can help out. Swampert, the mudfish Pokemon. Its arms are hard as rock. With one swing, it can break an enormous boulder into pieces. Wow, Swampert is such a cool Pokemon. Who would have thought? Welcome to the crew, Swampert. Another Pokemon. Whoa, Velocipede. Velocipede. Huh? Oh, were you watching me just now? You know I was just meditating, right? Censoring myself. It's part of what I do to get stronger. And I definitely didn't doze off in the middle or anything. It's a it's a top secret training method. So don't tell anybody about what you saw here, okay? I can lend you a hand sometimes in return for your silence. How about that? Golisopod, a hard-scale Pokemon. The shell covering its body is as hard as diamond. This Pokemon will do anything it takes to win. Pretty cool Pokemon here. Welcome to the team, Golisopod. How do I get a wind-up Inkay toy? Huh. We made another choral congregation. We made another choral congregation. Sweet. We made a choral congregation. Let's check out the habitat. We got one more friend that needs to pop up. Okay, what's next? Ooh. We got some coral that's open. Hopefully a friend pops up in it. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. This is Fortnite. Sheesh. Might as well be. Making habitats in the DLC. Lovely vase. Hmm. Let's see here. This is Pinchurchin's home. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, snap. I found another human record. Let's see what it's about. Post from October 25th, 2 p.m. has been added to your human records. I was eating a sea grape salad outside a little while ago when a nearby Pinchurchin started looking at it like it really wanted some. I couldn't turn down such a cute face. I gave it a little bit to try and it started munching away. It was adorable. I almost want to take it home with me. You learned the hee 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 emoji. Ooh, that's really cool, guys. Ooh, be cool. Huh. This place looks peculiar. Wow, look at this. What is it? I love the tool wall here. Imagine this all being restored. Oh, another human record. Let's see what it says. Sevi Islands Bulletin has been added to your human record. We sat down for an exclusive interview with Lorelei of the canceled Pokemon League's Elite Four. What does this four-island native do on her off days? Why does she love Ice-type Pokemon? We uncover a cute side to the cool and beautiful Ice Queen. Oh, we get Lorelei's hair. You learned the ponytail hairstyle. Cool look for a girl, not so much for a boy. Well, that's really cool. You get Lorelei's hairstyle. Where is all the generate specialties? Pokemon. He's so slow. He is so slow. Hi. What's up? BI20K4. How's it going? What's up, Wiglet? Hiya, Ditto. Do you want to do a quiz? Sure. Okay, here comes the question. Who do you think is taller, me or Swampert? Swampert? You're pretty tall too, Wiglet. Alright. Woo! Here we go. Alright. Make the bottle chip. I would just need to make that jewelry stuff. So this will probably not get along like really well. We've been talking together forever, yo. Can't tell you about what though. That's your evolution, little guy. Sparkling jewelry. Huh. I wonder if I can craft that. Or maybe I just don't have the recipe yet to craft it. Pizza Tower. Okay, I'll look into it. Maybe I don't have the recipe yet. Let's go get the recipe. Huh. I don't have the recipe, and if I can't buy the recipe, maybe... Maybe I can 3D print it. That's the only way. Let's check the 3D printer. First, we need to go snap a photo. Now that we've snapped the photo, we can go to the Pokemon Center and 3D print it. I love the convenience of the Pokemon Center. It's the best way to make habitats. Alright, time to go set this stuff up. This place is way more active than when I first got here. That's for sure. You know, I have an idea. In the middle here, we can put a big statue. Spruce this place up a little bit, if you know what I mean. Ocean treasures, baby. Looks great. Oh yeah. So I made 2 more ocean treasures. Oh, someone popped up already? Let's check it out, Corsa. What could it be? Whoa, it's Crocodile. Whoa, this spot's super spacious. The water's clear too. Dang, this rules. Hey you, what's your deal, pal? You live around here? Great, let's go swimming together. Nothing beats a good swim. Crocodile, the big jaw Pokemon. The tips of its fangs are slanted backwards. Once those fangs clamp down, the prey has no hope of escape. Ooh! The chop and the crush specialty. Very cool. Good to meet you, Crocodile. All that's left is for Alligator. The canoe dock. Okay, I think we can go make this one. 2 floating logs, some water, and the canoe. I saw that up above the lake. Right here is where I saw it. Oh, this is cool. You can literally make a bridge. Wow. This place has potential. We made it. The canoe dock habitat. Next up is the Wind Up Inkay Muddy Playtime habitat. Yeesh, that one's hard to make. I don't have a Wind Up Inkay. No idea where it is. Or just sleeping area. And then the elegant concert. I don't know where I can find a harp though. Hopefully I can get one somewhere. Alright, let's go get that. Liking the look of this place. Ooh, looks like a poker friend popped up. These habitats are becoming super easy to make. Oh, it's a male village. riddle, not a human, right? And you're going around spiffing this place up? Dang, you must have some serious skills, pal. You're not the only one, though. When it comes to diving in the ocean, no one can swim deeper than me. Give me a call if you ever want to explore the depths. Relish, the floating Pokemon, the male form. It wraps its veil-like arms and legs around prey swimming by and drags them down to the depths of the ocean. Ooh, sounds scary. The only thing that's different about them is their favorite flavor. Everything else is near similar. Well, it's good to see you, male Relish. Let's see what Manaphy's selling here. You know how they love to sell stuff. Huh. You want me to trade you, huh? Give me that thing. Thank you, Manaphy. Let's see here. For this next habitat, we need an ornate partition, an ornate stand, and an ornate bed. Huh. Let's see if we can buy those. Thanks for those likes on TikTok. Much appreciation. Huh. Looks like we might need to level up a little more to get the ornate stuff. Huh. Not easy to get those. Maybe I can just get the recipe one day, or if I find it somewhere, I can just snag it. We'll have to see. Holy cow. Clock tower. Wow, so many things to build. I'm gonna place it and prepare to build it. Perfect placement. I need to get shiny pearls and some more blocks. I might have enough pearls. They might be dirty though. I have grubby pearls, not clean ones. Yeah. Let's ask Cloister to clean some pearls. Okay, thanks, Cloister. Get to scrubbing on those, buddy. I don't think I have Cloister either. Sharpedo cleans pearls also. Oh yeah, that's true. All we need is 3 pearls and we can get to making the landmark. So we'll check back on Cloister later. Hi, how's things? What's up, Tony? Can you please do the hiccups, please? What are you talking about? Hiccups, my friend? I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so let's see here. Next habitat I need to make is the gorgeous sleeping area. I need an ordnate partition, ordnate stand, and an ordnate bed. I have an ordnate bed. I don't have an ordnate partition. I can't buy one and I can't make one, 3D print one, because I have to at least see one somewhere. I know for a fact I have an ordnate bed. I gave somebody one. I'm just gonna go snag it. Forgot where I put it though. Maybe I put it with Shelder's house. I know for a fact it's not in my house. Eat some spicy food? That's crazy. I'm gonna think about it, Tony. Yeah, I think the ordnate bed is in Shelder's house. I'm gonna make a normal bed for him so when I snag his bed, he won't be too depressed. Cloister has a pretty tough habitat to make, so it's understandable that many people don't get him. But essentially, he's like part of like the main story of Bubbly Basin. Of course, you can use any, or one of the main side missions or whatever. Of course, you can use any Pokemon. But they prefer that you use Cloister. You can use any Pokemon with the scrub ability, scrub specialty. But they prefer that you use Cloister because the game kind of directs you to cloister. But you can use any Pokemon with that specialty. Have you got some spicy food? No, Tony. At the moment, I don't. The only thing I have is Takis. And I really don't feel like eating Takis. Wow, look at this place. So I have the ornate bed, the ornate stand, and I just need an ornate partition. I don't know where I can get that from. Excuse me. Excuse me, good peoples. Let's see here. What is this? Ornate window. I don't need that. Hey, finally. What's up, John? I'm taking just a small break from Splatoon. Of course, I'll be on it later, of course. But, I was trying to, just finish my habitats on Bubbly Basin here. So I just decided to do a Pokopia night. You know, I'll be hopping on Splatoon very soon. Such a fun game, by the way. Very fun. Oh, these guys hopped all the way up here. Seem pretty fun, Pokopia. I pretty much am. I beat the main quest, and now I'm just doing the DLC here. But you know, Pokopia is one of those games that just never really ends. You can always build more and more, and you can make your Pokemon friends more and more happy. And all of the DLC isn't even out yet. We're still waiting on parts 2 and 3. So, you know, I'll definitely be playing occasionally here and there. Just having some good fun, you know? There's so much to explore. Wow, this place is tucked away. Very secret little place. It's tucked behind some rocks. Yes, this is the DLC. This is part 1 of the DLC. There's 3 parts. So this is part 1 of the DLC. hoping to find an ordnate partition. That way I can make another habitat. This portal pod is so cool. Can't seem to. I thought this building was cool, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, if you read the human records, kind of like the Bubbly Basin ones, you'll learn a little bit about what this area is. For example, let's go to the Basin human records. The most important ones are always going to be like the notes here. But if you read them all, you'll learn that this used to be Cerulean City and it got flooded or whatever. It's basically, it continues the story and kind of builds on what you already learned. The humans went to space, but as you read these human records from the Bubbly Basin, you learn that there was one team that came back from space to survey the area. And instead of searching Fuchsia City, which is like the Withered Wasteland area, they chose to come to Cerulean City because they were scared that it would be drowned or flooded eventually, which of course it is flooded now. And you know, they did their searching and stuff, so I'm assuming that since the survey team consisted of various professors and scientists, I'm assuming that this used to be some kind of laboratory for scientists. Like, if you check out if you're ever confused, you can kind of put pieces together about what things might be. Let's see here. So go to collection, and then human records, make sure you're on the basin part. And then you should have it if you rebuilt the Pokemon Center. You should have a very important note called Survey Notes, Team Member A. Team Member A, I'm assuming, is Professor Tangrove's trainer, the professor, which is what they call him or her. And he's always writing these diary notes. He even has some in the other human records for the other areas, you know, for the non-DLC areas. But this one tells you so much, like all the pieces are putting together. It says, there were many hardships to overcome, but we finally made it back to this planet. As you can see, they came back from space and they made it back, right? However, the environmental degradation is proceeding at a much quicker rate than we imagined. I doubt we'll be able to stay for long. So they're thinking that they have to leave quickly. I was originally slated to help survey the Fuchsia City area, which is, I believe, the Withered Wasteland, the first area. I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to search for my lost Tangela. He should have searched for that area because Professor Tangrove was there. He says, but we discovered the Cerulean City area has a high chance of sinking into the ocean in the near future. Therefore, we made the decision to prioritize surveying here instead. So instead of going to Fuchsia City, which is the Withered Wasteland, they chose to come to Cerulean City, which is this area, the Bubbly Basin. Because they were scared that it would sink into the ocean. Obviously it did, right? And then he goes on to say, considering our current energy crisis, I do not know when we will be able to return to this planet, but I have not given up hope. So he's writing this note from the Bubbly Basin / Cerulean City area. And he's like, I don't know if we'll be able to return because, you know, we're just running out of energy. But he says, I haven't given up hope. He goes on to say, On the space station we evacuated too many of the younger individuals I've met believe there will come a day when we can once again live on this planet with our Pokemon. We must persist in our efforts, not only for our own sake, but also for that hopeful younger generation. So this team member A is the professor who owned the Tangela, and if you know anything about him, you can read a lot about him in the other human records in the base game, which is not the DLC. So go to the notes and stuff, and then you can read like someone's journal. This is Ditto's trainer, basically who you know you're the person you're playing as Ditto. Someone's journal. But the professor also has some notes. I forgot where you could read them at though. Diary entries, yeah. So if in the base games, human records, you go to diary entries, and then I think you can read about Tangela's professor with the professor diary number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chef's diary, this is Chef Dente's trainer. You know, greeting. Is that their lab? Probably, John. And so you can read about Tangela's trainer, which is the professor in the base game's human records, professor's diary. And then let's see here. I pieced all this together myself because I was really curious about what happened. So every time I picked up a human record, I would read it and I would be like, man, this is cool. This must be this person's trainer or that person's trainer, because it's pretty obvious about how the words are put together. They also have other human records, like just various things from before the flood. Like just random advertisements. Hot spring now open. Recycling slogan contest. Big bargain sale, stuff like that. You know, there's other random human records. But the diary entries are going to tell you a lot about what happened before the natural disaster that kind of, you know, messed up the world and canceled here. So if you want to learn about the game, read the diary entries. The chef was fun and kind of sad a little. Yeah, that was sad. But the humans are gone. Yeah, John, the humans went to space. If you play the game, you know that they went to space to avoid the disaster. Apparently it was some kind of weather disaster. And so the diary entries will give you the best outlook about what happened and the people that were involved, various people. And then, you know, there's other little things like letters and stuff. They give you kind of like a nice picture about how things were before the disaster. Like if you go to your photo tab, a nice cute little house with cellos, you know, Minccino and Cinccino. You get Executor on the beach. Everything's nice and beautiful, right? But by the time you get here, everything's destroyed because the disaster passed. I hope the DLC will be in space. I mean, could be. I doubt it though, because that's what the humans are. It would be cool if it ended in space, or if you can play in space for a little while and then the humans came back. I don't know. But I don't think the humans are going to come back. I think it's all just part of the story. And essentially you're going to be building forever. But yeah, so that's just in the base game. Once you go to the DLC and you go to the human records under the base and DLC, you get to see a lot of things about Cerulean City, just various newspaper advertisements, magazine thingies, the notes. These notes is where you're really going to learn about the game and the main story. And of course there's letters and stuff, just random stuff from before the flood, before the disaster, I should say, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. But read those diaries, read those notes, you'll learn so much about what everything might be. nothing is ever completely put into words. I mean, and visually, nothing is ever visually seen. But if you have a good imagination, you can kind of put together what everything might be. It's actually pretty cool. That's why I know this for a fact. This is Cerulean City, and it sank into the ocean as the note said, as the note suspected it would, right? So, but anyway, man, super cool, super cool. Super fun. But just based on those notes, man, you learn so much about everybody's human trainers and everything. So really cool. And sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Alright, so let's see. What's the next habitat? I don't think I can make the gorgeous sleeping area, because I need the partition. So until I get it, I'll have to hold off on making that habitat. For this one, I need to make elegant concert, but I need the harp. That might be a little harder to get to. It's cool that you piece them together. Yeah, I always thought that was a very unique part of this game. You kind of get to learn the story as you create, as you play the game, and the world is yours to create and to build. It's so cool. Cool imagination, by the way. Yeah, it is. I'm happy they included those human records for like people who really love to read into those things. But also the game is very user friendly even for like a younger person. If they just want to spit blocks everywhere and build stuff, they can. If you got any dolls, maybe one of them will have a partition. The only new dolls for this area is the Starmie doll for sure. Hold up, let me get these pearls from Cloister. Oh, it looks like Cloister's done. So if I can find them, I can get these clean pearls. And then I'll let them start building, and then I'll go to the Dream Island using the Starmie doll. Cloister went back to the house. So he finished scrubbing those pearls. Now let's go put the final touch and let them start building this. It'll probably be done by tomorrow, typically. It'll be done tomorrow, figured. So they're gonna be building that all night. By the time they finish, we'll have a nice little landmark here. Looking nice and fly. We just gotta fix all the nasty blocks under it. In the meantime, let's go to that Dream Island, Maybe you're right, there might be something. Just clearing some space real quick. You can use the doll to teleport to other places. Yeah. The doll, you can go to something called Dream Island. On the Dream Islands, Um, it's just an island you can go to once per day. There's several different dolls, so you can go to several different dream islands, and each one has different items you can pick up and find. For example, if you go to a Pikachu doll, you might go to like a beach type island where you could pick up shells and sea glass, and it might be helpful for crafting and stuff. Yay! Environment level went up to 6, so that's probably going to be good for me too. Usually, if your environment level goes up, you can buy more things and you can do more challenges. So I unlocked more challenges to do. More challenges means I get more life coins. Life coins are good for buying things in the PC. More things I could buy here. I may or may not have whatever. Oh, I think if I keep upgrading the town, eventually I'll be able to buy the ordnate partition. Because next level 7, I get the ordnate table. This I can buy the ordnate chair. I could buy the ordnate door right now, and the ordnate window is level 7 too. The ordnate wall recipe is level 7. So I think if I eventually keep upgrading the environment level, I'll eventually be able to buy the ordnate partition. So that's really cool. I think that habitat might have to wait. It could be a little tough to upgrade the habitat, the environment level. To do that, you have to make Pokemon more happy, you have to place cool items, you have to make Pokemon, like I said, more comfortable, make more habitats. All these things together embrace your environment level. You can see your Pokemon's comfort if you check the PC, which I'm checking right now. And it goes from lowest to highest comfort. So all the ones who feel great are at the top. Ditto included, which is your character. So you can increase your own comfort level too. Ditto, Starmie, Chinchou, Barboach, Finneon, and Frillich, they're all feeling great. People in a nice range like Shelter, Cloyster, Horsey, Seadra, Totodile, Croconaw, they're all feeling nice. Average happiness right now is Carvana, Floatzel, Stunfisk, and Bruxish, so I can go make them happy. Maybe they'll be happy or something, I don't know. Manaphy has no home. If I give Manaphy a home, since he's a mythical Pokemon, it'll be easier to raise the environment level. So I think, before I go to the Dream Island, let's try to make Manaphy a home. How about that? Right now he's... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Right now he's kind of living in the little palace thing, but it's not really his home. So how about we give Manaphy a home? Let's buy a home building kit. Imperial Cottage. Something small. I can always move them out. Let's go make this before I go back to the Dream Island. They're gonna be building that all night. I think I need another Pokemon with the build specialty. Thankfully, I found Crawdon, which is Corfish's evolution. Crawdon's here somewhere, so, we'll have to go search for Crawdon. Maybe we can build a house up here. I know it's super random, but it might work. I think Manaphy could survive out of water for a little bit, right? Could always just come back down in the water. Or I can build it underwater with buoyancy blocks. Should I? Let's see here. There we go. I need some squishy clay. Oh my goodness. How much squishy clay do I need? I'm hoping not too much. It's hard to get it. Squishy clay. Oh, I have 15 in here. Huh. If I'm gonna get squishy clay, I need I'm gonna need to go back to my normal town. Let me take a trip back to Sparkling Skylands. Maybe Trapinch can help us. Trapinch has the litter specialty and he litters squishy clay. But maybe he has littered it all over his house. Let's go check. Convenient little thing, huh? It's been a while since I've been to Sparkling Skylands. I still have a really small house. Here's Trapinch's home. Lots of fluff, but I don't see any squishy clay. There's one in the community box here. Huh. I guess they haven't dropped much. They littered Fluff and Vine Rope from the other Pokemon. Lots more vines. Not quite what I was looking for. The Mudmon and Bleepies also. Oh yeah, Cloudsire. I moved him into Twilight Town. You know, my version of Pallet Town. Let's see if he littered some. I know, Wooper, his pre-evolution does too. This is such a peaceful tune. Alright. Little Sylveon, good to see you again. Alright. Excuse me, Clodsar. There we go. We got some squishy clay. What's up, Blossom? Everybody's just chilling out here. Ah, such a nice town. We'll have to come back to this one and just hang out someday. But we have all the squishy clay we need. So now it's back to Bubbly Base. We still need to mine some more star-spotted rocks. And then we can build Manaphy a home. That'll definitely help increase the environment level. Last thing we need to do is get some more star-spotted rock. They're kind of pretty much everywhere, but I'm gonna mine them from that one cave, so it doesn't look like I completely destroyed the whole basin. Actually, I could also find them in the Dream Island too. How about we just go to the Dream Island and do it? That way we're not destroying things. I wonder if there's a place you can get squishy clay around these parts. Because many of the houses need squishy clay to make. But I can't seem to find it anywhere. Kinda odd. Drifting will take us to the Dream Island. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get a small little drink. Alright, my friends. So, our mission for the Dream Island is two things. Get some star-spotted rocks, and also see if we can find a ordnate partition. The interesting thing about the Starmie doll is that most of the stuff is underwater, just like the Bubbly Basin. Okay, that should be enough star-spotted rock. But just to be on the safe side, let's get something. Okay, so that should be enough. Now let's search far and wide for anything that might be helpful. Underway poster. Fossil. Might be good to barter with. Fossils always go for a lot of. Always sell for a lot. Okay, here's one of those ordnance design houses. Maybe there's a partition in here somewhere. Here's a dresser. Ooh. Habitat information. Love this. New habitat. Leo. Bubbly stage. This might be Poplio's evolution. Hello. What's up, Pokeboy? Spiritual lover. This should be simple to create. Let's see if we can find a partition here. Ooh, look at these banners. These things are nice. It might look good in like your house or something. Oh no, no partitions. The table, the door. Oh my goodness. Even the bed. But no partitions. Even the stairs. They have everything you want except what you want. If that makes any sense. Wow, that's fancy. Look at this preschool thing. Pokemon. Here's another Pikachu doll. This one will take you to another Dream Island. But I'm already in a Dream Island, so, you know, you can't do that right now. Like, but I have all the dolls already, so. Oh, so here is the squishy clay, so you can get squishy clay. The squishy clay is something that you can get in these islands. Pretty good stuff. In there, so that's pretty good. I'll put that in storage. Well, I tried my best. Let's head back to the real world. Uh, there it is. The windmill always helps us find our way back to Drifloon. If you're ever lost in the Dream Island, look for the windmill. Follow the windmill and you'll get to Drifloon every time. Last but not least, let me check these Pokeballs to see if light poster, interior door, security poster, security poster, lots of posters, wild poster, Pokemon. Well, I got another habitat, and it's easy to make, so let's head back, and no partition this time. I guess I'll just have to increase the environment level and hold off on that one. Well, it'll come sooner than later. Thanks, Drifloon. Good flight as always. Wow, that's so much stuff. Storage. Thanks for those likes on TikTok. Much appreciation. Yes, sir. Hope your night's going super well. Okay, I need a Crawdon, Deidre, Golisopod, and 3 others. Okay. There is 2 of the guys I need. Golisopod is over here. I have Malamar, I guess you're helping too. Maybe I should teleport over to Crawdon. So, Cedra, Pinion, Golisopod, Malamar. We need Crawdon and another Pokemon. Then we can get that house built. Huh, Wimpod's right here, might as well. Alright, so now we are on the search for Crawdon. On the search for Crawdon. There he is. Imagine eating a crawdon. Let's go, crawdon. I love it. I love it. All right. So now we got a new house that's gonna be built. It'll be done by tomorrow, I'm sure. All right, that's another great thing that's going on. Got a message. 1 second. Sweetness. All right, so let's see what's next. We're making habitats tonight. I have no idea how to get a heart, so hopefully I figure out how. And then, bubbly stage. Shouldn't be too hard to make that. And the gorgeous sleeping area. I'm gonna have to put that on hold until I get an ordinate partition. And then I think that's all the habitat information I have. Yeah, sweet. So let's go ahead and make the bubbly stage. Okay, I needed to get the bubble machine recipe. Sweetness. And so now I have the recipes for the things I needed. So now I will make 2 bubble machines, right? And then I need to make 1 stage. And then this, and then I need to use electricity with it, right? I don't even know what that thing is called. Let's see if I can find it. I know for a fact I can make it, I can craft it. Here it is. I need glowing stone. So random. Glowing stone is found mainly in the Rocky Ridges, but also I think the Dragonite doll, but I can't go to any more Dream Islands today because I already went to one. So Try to test my luck, and actually I might have some blocks in storage. Let's see here. Twilight Town has all my blocks. Also, I have some blocks in Rocky Ridges too. Let's see if I can get some glowing stone. Alright, Sylvian's knocked out. Thanks for the heart, me and go popular. It's good to see you again, Joseph. Work was really chill. Thanks for asking. Another day in school. Yeah, we got some glowing stones here. Yeah, man, good old teaching. What more could you ask for, right? Awesome, we made it. Oh, look at the crew here, man. Everybody's chilling. Love it. Most of them are. Got one or two who you gotta knock in the head a little bit, figuratively speaking. But for the most part, they're pretty well behaved. And if not, you know, you gotta use your techniques to whip them into shape. Always at least one. You say that again. Always at least one. Alright, back to the bubbly basin. Let's try to make this habitat. But thankfully a lot of, you know, the parents are super supportive. Some of the staff super supportive. So yeah, surprisingly it's a second grade class this year, so teaching them all the subjects. But it's early in the year, so they're doing their beginning of year testing, you know, and it'll help gauge where the students are and stuff. So all this stuff is like necessary. All the testing is like necessary, and then in a week or so we'll get to the normal stuff. End of this month. August 30th is the day that I go, but is the day of, you know, my time there. But I'll go a day early and then go there through August 30th. It'll be super fun. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, I hope I can too. I'm trying to set it up to see how I could best do it. I should be able to. Yeah, I'm sure it will be, but I gotta see if I can actually get some kind of personal Wi-Fi myself. There's lots of options for that, you know, even for just one day. Ooh, look at this. New habitat. Yeah, even for just one day, so hopefully I can figure something out. But it should be super fun. Looking forward to, a great time out there. So I wanted to go early so that I can maybe check out some other stuff before, uh, you know, the conference, the convention. Like maybe going to the Nintendo store, stuff like that. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. But as you said, the Wi-Fi is gonna be super loaded, so we gotta be super careful to have your own little thing, if especially if you're streaming. It's what I learned. Um, I learned that it's important not to rely on any crowded um, signal. You gotta kind of have your own dedicated one. Exactly. Exactly. I was looking into options and I was like, maybe Starlink. But or just some kind of portable how do you say, hotspot or something. Some kind of portable, strong, dedicated hotspot. Age of Imprisonment, you definitely want to finish that. It's just so good. You got some good favorites. Raru. I mean, Raru, you can't beat him, man. He's just that guy. First king of Hyrule, and he's very regal too. Very regal. Takes his duties seriously. I love when Raru and Zelda do their little I forgot what they call it in the game. It's been a while since I played. But when they do their when they attack as a pair, they're like both royals, but they're from different generations. Yeah. But the words they say, it sounds like they both care a lot for Hyrule. It's like once they start their little dual attack, Zelda's like, for Hyrule, and then Raru's like, long may she prosper. And then they both do like this light beam thing, because they both have light powers, even though they're far removed from each other. They both have the light abilities. It's just super cool to see them both do it at the same time. I love their dual attack like so much. But there's some other cool ones too. Of course, the sages are naturally strong, right? The sages are naturally strong. They have their little, sage stones. That kind of amplifies the powers or whatever. I really like overloading, overwhelming enemies with some kind of elemental attack, because it helps break their shield, helps break their defenses a little quicker. So it's so cool. Understandable. For me, most of the characters play similar. Most of them have like very similar attack styles. They might have different elemental touches. I think the one thing that changes the characters is the weapons they wield. It kind of changes how they swing and the amount of damage they do and stuff like that. But I definitely understand. But I think that's the reason I like Agriston so much. The Goron Sage. He's very chill. He has a very chill and cool and calm and collected demeanor. And he has a good head on his shoulders. As I played as him, and as I saw him through the story, I was like, no wonder he's the Goron Chief. He's a lot different than the previous ones, like Daruk, the one from Breath of the Wild, and Yunobo, the one from Tears of the Kingdom. They're all in the Sage lineage, but their personalities couldn't be more different. Daruk is very headstrong, and he always charges in battle without a second thought. That's the guy from Breath of the Wild. Yunobo is like always scared of everything. He's kind of like a confident coward, if that makes any sense. And then Agriston, we meet him in, Age of Imprisonment. He's cool, calm, and collected, always makes wise decisions. But it was just really interesting to see the three different personalities of the Goron Sages throughout the generations. Of course, in Breath of the Wild, they call them champions instead of sages, but they still have the sage blood, if that makes any sense. They just didn't possess the stones. So, but I understand how they could be kind of hard to control. He is a little big and bulky. Um, they roll around instead of running. Of course, with those little stubby legs, they couldn't run. What's up, Tony? How you feeling tonight, friend? Good to see you. With those little stubby legs, of course, they couldn't run anyway. Um, so, you know. But I definitely understand. For me, though, I felt like Agriston, which is the Goron sage in Age of Imprisonment, I feel like he was one of my favorites, if not up there being my favorite. But um, after playing with them for so long, playing on Imprisonment, um, I have to say Calamity was great. It had an amazing story and very fun. But Imprisonment, Age of Imprisonment was, you just can't beat how well and fine-tuned it is. Like, everything's so perfect about it. Because, you know, they had 2 games to refine it. So, you know, it doesn't drop frame rates. It's perfect. It has lots of enemies on the screen. You get to play as various characters. It is the Tears of the Kingdom backstory about what happened to Zelda. So you get to see all of that. And in the gameplay, the fun characters you get to experience in it. Honestly, I think Age of Imprisonment is vastly superior to Age of Calamity. The only bad thing is you don't get to play as Link, which I think, you know, a lot of people were kind of depressed about, but, you know, it was true to the storyline. It's canon. It's the first canon Hyrule Warriors game. So, of course, Link is on his adventure in Hyrule, modern-day Hyrule, while Zelda's fighting to get back to that age. So, you know, just based on everything and just gameplay, you know, the characters, the style of everything, the storyline, I think Age of Imprisonment is superior. I like the little guardian. Yeah, he was cool. Got a new poker friend. Alamola. Hello, Mamola. Why, hello. Nice to meet you. May I ask what you're doing around here, sweetheart? So you're working on the area to make comfy homes for everyone? What a thoughtful child you are. I'm so touched by your kindness. Oh, but you must remember not to overdo it, love. Taking breaks now and then is awfully important. And if you're ever feeling tired out, be sure to come and see me straight away. I can help with your recovery. Hello, Mamola. The caring Pokemon. It gently holds injured and weak Pokemon in its fins. Its special membrane heals their wounds. The water in the scrub specialty. Looks useful. Wait. So basically, in Age of Calamity, it was a really good game. Link was basically I used Link for mostly the whole game. I might have used the other characters a little bit, but Link was like always my go-to. For me, he was just so easy to use, and he was just so perfect. Um, Sidon, of course, super cool. Always love Sidon. Uh, but yeah, I love Link. I loved how it was real and true to the story, up to a certain point. At like about halfway or so through the story, the canon just went out of the window. They started just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Um, but uh, up until then, it was a very fun game. Yeah, and they all could use the runes, which is odd, but the little guardian helped them do it. That was the purpose of the guardian. He allowed everyone to use the runes. So that was a way, you know, to give everybody that cool ability. Yeah, understandable. But I honestly, after playing Age of Imprisonment, you know, it was just it's hard to say Calamity was better. Age of Imprisonment is just way more refined and optimized, and it's it's beautiful. Not saying Calamity was bad; it was fun. But the fact that one, you know, it was on Switch 2, it was stronger. The attacks were more refined. It was very versatile. Lumio City. Oh, that's crazy. It was very versatile. Um, in regards to its team, you know, teaming up attacks, its dual attacks, all the characters you were able to play as. So that's kind of why it just has a whole lot of better moving parts to it. So, you know. But Age of Calamity was an amazing, great game. And also the fact that Age of Imprisonment was the only canon one out of all of them, right? Materials. What game are you talking about? Materials. I'm a little stumped. It's been a while since I played, so I'm not quite sure what you mean by materials. I haven't played it since I beat it, plus the free DLC to eat a battery. You can do that in the battle. Eat a battery. Are you talking about like the rations or whatever? Easily get a heart attack. A heart attack. Yeah, so you have to press a certain button, and then once you press that button, you can scroll through the screen, and then you can select your rations or load your battery. Um, I will pop the game in and show you. I mean, I might just do that since I'm just about done. Um, I just needed to make a radio real quick. Yeah, because I remember in battle, it's like you press like the little option button, and then I forgot what button it was. And then you can scroll through. You can even use some of the Zonai devices, like the flame emitter, frost emitter, the beam emitter, you can use those things on the same screen. You just try not to die. So you just struggling, fighting for your life out there, huh? That's crazy. But I understand. And what surprised me was that the recent update, they added a harder difficulty called Forbidden difficulty. And I thought just them adding very hard was pretty insane. But they added Forbidden, I guess, for the really hardcore players. Romeo City, just like I remember. Do you have to reset the game? No, you can easily change the difficulty on any file you're playing through. Literally. You can just go to difficulty and straight up change it. I mean, you probably don't want to do that because it's going to get insanely difficult, but on the same file you're playing on, you get, your records are separated by difficulty. Like you can do easy and then it'll show you the time you beat the stage, and then once you go to like, normal, it'll show you the time, and then hard, very hard. It'll show you all your time records and everything for each difficulty. I mean, yeah, I can play on Forbidden mode. I'm probably gonna get destroyed because I'm probably gonna be kind of rusty, but I'll happily do it. Let me just appraise these relics real quick, and then we're gonna pop in Age of Imprisonment. Check it out. There's also something. A Echo Wind Chime. There's also something that they introduced in the DLC called Vicious Battles. It's when the enemies are harder. And this is even without changing the difficulty. It's just harder enemies. So imagine doing a Vicious Battle on Forbidden difficulty. It's just straight up, bad idea if you're trying to have fun. So let me put these in storage, and then I'm gonna see about this thing that you're asking. Awesome sauce. So it looks like, oh, hold up, I gotta put that one in there. Alright. So basically, let's see here. Alright. So we're all set. We'll be on tomorrow, and hopefully we can make more progress in the Bubbly Basin. Current Pokemon count is 35. In this area only. So looking good. Cool. Give me like 2 seconds, 2 minutes or so to try to dig it out of my game box. It's been a while since I played it, so I put it in the deeper area. 1 second, please. But some people play forbidden mode just to test their wits, you know, bragging rights and stuff. I can probably handle it if I really, really dug into it. But I played the game on normal mode, so I didn't even play it on hard or very hard or um, forbidden. So that's 3 stages above what I played the game on, you know? So I don't expect too much from me in regards to being good on forbidden. By the way, Mario Sunshine's out now. If you don't have it yet, you just gotta do a quick update on your Nintendo Online GameCube classics. But it's out. It's now playable, so that might be another thing that I'll hop in. All right, give me 1 second, please. Okay. Okay. Gosh, it's been a while. Let's check this thing out. Are any of your characters pretty high level yet, or not really? Roar's the highest, I see. I think I got a few characters level 100 already. Level 66? Oh, nice. I can't wait until you experience the final battle. It'll be just like, obviously, you know, this is canon, so if you remember Tears of the Kingdom, you kind of know what to expect already. But so fun, so cool. Okay, let's check this thing out. Okay. Let me see here. Forgot where everything is. One thing I wanted to do was complete everybody's quests. There's quests attached to every character. So that's one thing that I felt like I wanted to do. Plus there's just random quests for various things. Okay. These are the main chapters in the game, the main quests. Basically the story mode of it. As you know, there's also side levels you can do. But these are the main ones. Let's see here. So 6 chapters. Class of constructs. Let me see. I did all the challenges. I did all the vicious battles. Oh. This is something I didn't do yet. Oh, I didn't do this. Let's see here. So within there are a couple levels I didn't do. Oh no. Alright. So for this one you can use Faithful Clash with the Forbidden. The Forbidden construct has reappeared in the depths, bearing an unparalleled sinister aura and a lethal intent. This is certain to be a dangerous battle, so come prepared. Alright, so let me see. I'm currently using Agriston, Kalamo, Night Construct, Zelda. These are on my team. Okay. These are some of my materials. So the materials, these are materials that you need to, think I remember a little bit now. You use these to power you up between matches. You could also use them to trade to get things, if I'm remembering. For example, like in certain shops or whatever that you can go to, you might, trade things to get like certain power-ups or whatever. Some materials can be used to power you up, if that makes any sense. Let me see if I can give you an example. It's hard to say because I barely remember. Remember it's full? Yeah. Just wait until you have to keep fighting, because eventually it's like a war. It's an imprisoning war. So eventually some of your areas are going to get like kind of taken over again, and you have to fight to keep it good. Because this is like the imprisoning war or whatever. And yeah, it took forever, but it was fun. Oops, sorry, hold up. That's the ending credits. I don't want to show you that. I didn't mean to click that, but it took forever, but it was, you're also having fun, so it's like you don't really mind it. Let's see here. Sorry, I just forgot where everything is. Okay, so basically, if you press the minus button on the over screen here, you go to options, general settings, difficulty. You could change the difficulty. So I played the game on normal difficulty. Normal is for those who wish to enjoy story and combat in equal measure. I'm kind of a normal guy most of the time, unless I'm challenging myself. Like my recent playthrough of Breath of the Wild was master mode, because I knew I beat the game and it was really easy and I wanted a challenge, right? But typically I play games on normal because I just want to experience the story, enjoy it, and have some fun. But there's also hard, very hard, and then Forbidden just was released in the free DLC. Forbidden is for those who crave the ultimate challenge against overwhelming odds. Never played a level on Forbidden. I don't even know if I want to because I'm probably really rusty. But let me just play one on normal first, and then we'll go from there. Also, I just realized there's something that says auto use rations. So if you turn this on, your rations will be used automatically. And auto use batteries, if you turn this on, your energy gauge will be filled up automatically. So it's something you might want to consider. I don't know. I didn't do it because I didn't really know about it, but yeah. So let's see what else they got. They volume settings, display, language settings, subtitles. I like subtitles. Controls. This is just something you might want to look through as you play. So that's under the minus button. You could also save your game, do a hard save. Of course, it auto saves, but you can do a hard save too. You can load one of your saves here. Gallery. I filled up my gallery. I have all the music, all the bonus conversations, all the quests completed, all the like little, how do you say, cutscenes, and there's a lot too. Goodness, it's like 113, and I have all the characters. So yeah, I really played this game. it's been almost like a year because this game was one of the first games to come out, and the Switch 2 has been out for over a year now. So yeah, let's see here. This is my records. I have over 100,000 KOs. I played it for over 65 hours. But anyway, so that's under the minus button. If you press the plus button, you can see who's on your current team setup. Of course, this changes, a lot because every level you go on, you might have a different team setup. But I'm currently with Agriston, Kalamo. I like Kalamo. Surprisingly, very versatile and strong. Zelda, of course, Night Construct. Like I said, materials are used in various areas. They're used to. Which player do you hardly ever use? Let me see. Let me go to my challenges here. Let me do a level that I haven't done yet, and then I'll show you. Because I forgot a little bit, but I know the items are used in various ways. Like, it's not like Tears of the Kingdom where you use it attached to you. It's kind of more like for trading purposes or powering up purposes, if that makes any sense. So we're gonna try this one that I haven't done yet, and for this stage it says I can use any characters I want. Agriston and Kalamo, pretty good, I don't mind, but maybe I should put Kalamo first. It doesn't matter, I'll just switch to him. So for camp effects, for most stages you can put camp effects on. I don't know if you got to that portion of the game yet, but your effects kind of gives you bonuses in battles, right? So you can see my 3 effects are sync, gauge, charge, rate. So my sync gauge, so the gauge where you charge up your sync attacks, those things, and then the charge rate goes up a lot quicker if I put bonuses on for it, right? Also, I could power up my heart recovery, and damage from enemies goes down if I power that up. So I'm using items to power these things up, to power these effects. So let's see here. So as you can see, these things are powering me up. I'm using some party radishes to power up this effect. I'm using some amber to power up that effect. And then I'm using some luminous stone to power up the other effect down there. I still have some more space, so I'll use a flint stone to max out those effects, the green and the yellow effect. And then I can use palm fruit to max out my middle effect there. So it's once you are able to start this, you're not going to be able to put as many items or materials on to max out your effects. It's going to be limited, but as you progress through the game, you'll get upgrades and stuff if you find them. I forgot if you have to do certain quests and stuff like that. Also, you could swap out your effects eventually. At first, it's going to start with a standard effect for each level, for each color. But as you go progress in the game and get those upgrades, you'll be able to swap out what effects you want, right? So for the green, you could increase your special attack charge rate, your Zonai device damage goes up, or you could, increase the sync charge rate for the green effect. For the red effect, there's heart recovery, 30, extra experience percent, or extra chance of materials being dropped. For the yellow effect, your unique skill cooldown time, you could lower it. Damage from enemies, you could lower it. Or movement speed, you could increase it. Depending on your level or what you want to do or what you're trying to achieve, you can use these effects to help you. I'm just gonna go with what I already set because I don't really know much about this stage, and I forgot a little bit about the game. But we're just gonna go with that. So I'm gonna supply my materials, use those up, increase these effects.
Let careful planning steel our resolve.
You see how cool, calm, and collected he is. So that's that. So let's go ahead and start this one. Let's see what I could do.
I'm setting out.
Oh snap. Oh my gosh. Now I'm a little rusty. I kind of forgot how to play very well. This is not the battle you want to do if you're rusty. Yeah, bad idea. So if you want to use your rations, you have to press left on the D-pad, right on the D-pad. And if you don't have it to auto use, if you press right on the D-pad, you can go to this screen. You don't have to hold it down, you just press it. And you can use your rations, your battery recharge. You could also use your attacks from this screen, or you can use any Zonai device from this screen too. Some things, if you use it once, you won't be able to use it until it recharges a little bit. You could also set it to quick use. Like I have my frost meter set it to quick use, and then all this stuff. But just press right on the D-pad and you'll get to this screen like when you're in battle. That's if you don't have it to auto use. So I'm going to use a ration right now because I'm kind of getting my butt kicked by this thing. I don't know if I'm winning this battle. So I switched to Agrison, and he did one of his attacks, knocked him out of the sky. This is why I love Agrison for his flame special. Oh snap. So let's do a sync attack. We're gonna overwhelm him with flames. It's good to use one elemental on it, because it breaks his shield a lot easier if you use the same elemental attack on it. As you can see, this thing is not easy to not easy to get through to. Yeah, I never played this level yet. So I'm gonna use another ration. I only have 3 more left. I typically don't use many rations, but because I like to overwhelm them with lots of attacks and strategies. But it's been a while since I played, so I'm getting hit a lot more. Especially playing a battle like this, right when you just started. Not smart. Oh shoot. Careful, Agriston. This thing is crazy. Oh snap, oh snap. Oh shoot. I used the wrong attack on it. I would try Forbidden on an easy level. Yeah, I'm gonna try that next. I'm gonna go like to the very first level and try Forbidden to see what happens. For your sync attack, if you have a Sage, the Sage gives you their little elemental ability. For Agriston, it's the fire ability plus the shield. I love his shield because you're invulnerable to most things. Or it just doesn't hit you as hard, I should say. And it always comes with a finisher too. And so, I'm gonna overwhelm him with flame attacks. I use the flame emitter. And Calamo is also pretty small, so you can dodge attacks pretty well. That's why I like a lot of him. He's really good at making room for the Flurry Rush too. Now we got the weak point smash. See ya. So we're doing pretty good on this battle. We just gotta watch out because get him, Agriston. Nice hit. Shoot. Oh. Get out of there, Agriston. We're gonna go with the think attack with Agriston. We got the weak point smash. It's about to come to a conclusion. Let's go. So I'm kind of picking up a little bit of how I used to play. Oh, dang. What's up, guys? I'm so sorry. What's going on? Twitch, how's it going? I'm so What's up, guys? What's up, Atlas? What's up, Tails? What's up, Draco? What's up, Indu? How we doing, y'all? My bad. I was it's hard because this game takes a lot of focus, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's a good plan. I couldn't imagine playing Ganondorf Forbidden. Same here. Same here. But that's a little bit of gameplay. I love Agriston simply for his fire element. It helps break the shield a lot easier to get that weak point smash. Any element, I just like Agriston because his fire is pretty strong. But Rafika using his wind ability is also good. Wind combined with any element will make an elemental tornado. So wind and ice, ice tornado, wind and fire, fire tornado, wind and electric, electric tornado. So you can make a tornado with you can combine Rafika with another elemental user to do some extra damage. You know, it's just up to you. You just gotta be super creative with it, and think about what you want to do. Ganondorf on Forbidden. That's probably gonna be a tough battle because you gotta fight some Phantom Ganons in there if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, guys. Oh snap! What was that? What's up, guys from Twitch? I appreciate that. I just finished playing Pokopia, so like, what is that? Great Hyrule Forest. What is this? Why does it have that eye? I forgot what that eye means. Because this is a level I've already completed. But that eye means something. I forgot. Anyway. So. Yeah. So there's that. But let me try Zelda Peach. You'll appreciate it, Tails. Let me try to do a forbidden difficulty on a very easy level. So let me change the difficulty to forbidden. Mind you, that was just normal, right? That was normal difficulty. I'm going up 3 difficulty levels. 3. I'm skipping hard, skipping very hard, and I'm going to the DLC forbidden difficulty level, right? So let's see, when you complete a battle on forbidden difficulty, a special icon will appear to the left of complete. In addition, when playing on forbidden, the retry option will return you to the beginning of the current battle. Okay, so let's try Growing suspicion on forbidden.
Time to make ready.
Nah, this doesn't look like a fun level. Alright, this looks like a fun level. Let's try Striking North. This is when they, as the description says, they were heading north to the ancient temple. I think this is right after Sonya got killed or something. Geez, the Rayquaza cuss is gonna take forever. What do you mean, on ZA Legends? Or are you just making a joke?
A moment's preparation, is it?
So let's see here. We could swap out. We can put Rauru. I don't really mind it. I probably prefer Agerston. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a tedious one. Let's see here. Let's just keep Agerston for now. Zelda and Rauru are really good against the Gloom enemies, because Gloom is weak against the light power. We'll add some camp effects. Okay, so we could beef up the camp effects. So I'm using my materials to make the battle a little simpler. And let's check out this forbidden difficulty level here, guys. So how we doing in the Twitch world, guys? Sorry I didn't see you guys before, y'all. Like, that battle was kind of intense. But it's sounds good. It's good to see you, definitely, and I appreciate the raid. Ooh, party of 6, I love it. How you guys been doing? You been playing Splatoon lately? Been battling Pokemon lately? What's been the latest game? But overall, like, in this game, like, you really get to see the backstory. That's what I really liked about it. Like, the gameplay, the battling is really fun. But the fact that you can see the backstory, it's just so good. You can see what Zelda, experienced. Wow. I'm starting to see the difference. Usually when you do like a weak point smash, the game slows down a little bit. I mean, not a weak point smash. When you're using a unique ability, a unique skill, the game slows down a little bit. But in Forbidden, it just maintains a normal speed. So like when you're countering an attack with a unique, with the unique skill, it doesn't slow down, it just keeps going. And the enemies do a lot more damage. You gotta be quick on your fingers for these.
Prepare yourself.
definitely 100% Shadow Generation. Are you serious? Are you talking about like the Sonic game Shadow Generations? Because I think I don't know if I have Shadow Generations, but I bought that game on sale. Sonic Shadow Generations, or maybe Sonic Shadow. Just a Sonic Shadow game. I forgot the exact name of it. Oh, that's crazy. But I bought that game on sale. The Hylian captain has been defeated. Oh no, I'm a little too late. So I gotta be way quicker because the enemies are tougher. Think attack. I was too slow. I wasted so much time fighting these moblins. Laying back with Leaf King, I loved it. What in the world? Think attack. So if you take too long, your forces will die. So that's no good. I'm learning a lot about Forbidden, how hard these enemies are. There's no slowdown screen between you countering an enemy's attacks. Also, your comrades fall in battle a lot quicker. I always think these constructs are bad guys too, bro. Wizard bad. Definitely. I know that they're good. Usually the bad constructs have like a red overtone.
Witness my might.
But you should always remember that you're fighting a, you know, to help your team too when you're fighting in these big old stage-wide battles. You know, you're fighting to keep your team and your comrades alive too, so you gotta be careful. Oh snap. Should have switched to Zelda. Or Callum, I mean. Zelda's not even. I like Calamore and Night Construct's sync attacks because they work together really well. They have the coolest sync attacks because they're always traveling together anyway. What's up, Pat? Pat, it's good to see you. So this boss bot, I can fight too. This boss Pokopia is done. There's like many tasks to do, like beating certain bosses as you help your forces and stuff. Only bad thing with me is that with this Forbidden battle, the enemies are a lot stronger. So that my comrades fall quicker in battle, as you just saw. My current task is to rescue the 3 Hylian captains. So I'm basically I want to do this quickly because if not, they're gonna fall in battle and I'll probably lose this challenge or whatever. Right now I'm capturing an outpost. I just have to keep beating them up until that little power bar drops. Eventually a big one's gonna show up like this one. Then I have to beat that one. and that should be the final test. But I'm also level 100, so maybe that's helping me. Alright, what's next? I don't really have a lot of time to... This enemy has a lot of stone, so the thing that helps you beat a stone enemy is any unique skill with the shield icon. So, and Ackerson also has a flowering weapon, which also helps. Sync attack with Raru, or is it the? No, that's the Night Construct. Sorry. No, that is Raru, sorry. So Raru's always really good, even if you haven't chosen on your team, as long as they're on the stage. Oh shoot, I used a special by mistake. As long as they're on the stage, you can use a sync attack with them, so that's really cool. We got one more captain to rescue. So let's hurry up and get to it before he falls in battle. Minoru and the Night Construct are already fighting here. Let's just... I present you a challenge. What do you mean? Ganondorf on Forbidden Mode. Okay. I feel like that's possible. Of course, I'm learning more about Forbidden Mode and what it entails. There's no slowdown between unique skills. Like when an enemy's charging you, there's no slowdown. You just gotta be quick enough to use it. Also, the enemies do more damage. Other than that, those are the two main things I noticed. Let's go Night Construct. Okay, we rescued the Hylian captains. So I'll take you up on that challenge. I'll be honest with you, it may or may not be tonight.
Yes.
Because that's gonna take some preparation and stuff. Because it is such a monumental task. Okay, sounds good. But I will prepare.
Someone else next time.
I will prepare and I'll give it a shot, definitely.
It's my pleasure.
That was a new DLC special. That special came after the DLC. I remember because they added a new special with Kalamo and Zelda. Pretty intense. So we got a new objective in the middle of our rescue mission, defeat the Hyena. Took out just about all the other horses. Now it's just the Hynox. Careful, guys. I love the sync attacks with these guys. They're just so fun. I feel like they're like the best duo, rightfully so. I mean, they travel together so much. Okay, Tails. I'll see you, my friend. I'll probably be heading out soon too. I'm the same as you, buddy. Much love. Got the freeze. This thing is done for.
I'm not just a traveler. I can fight too.
Nice. Let's go. We can set up camp here, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's head to the finish. If you set up camp, you could beef up your character. Kind of like what I showed you with those materials. Blue Moblin, more of the army. Oh no. Hylian Captain says he's about to faint. More monsters appeared. The reason this is on Switch 2 is because the sheer amount of monsters on the screen at one time. The Switch 1 could probably handle it, but not at an appropriate frame rate. Oh snap. Ooh. Woo! Alright, let's go, let's go. Who's next? Who's next? You just gotta keep going. We finally broken through their defenses. Onward, everyone. Don't lose heart. Follow His Majesty's lead. We march together. Do you like Sonic Adventure 2? Love it. It's one of my favorite games back in the day. Oh no, we gotta fight this Lionel. I forgot this is one of the first big battles. It didn't even give me time to use the unique skill. Let's go. Think attack. Let's do some damage. Yeah, this was one of the first big battles. Weak point smash. She's ready. Let's go. Hit him hard. Love it. I used the wrong one. Careful, guys. Get out of there. You see what I mean about his flame ability?
Prepare yourselves for this.
Of course, he's using his Sage ability, one of his strongest attacks. Get him, Night Construct. Oh snap. Oh snap. This thing is as good as done. It's almost over here. One more strong push. Let's go. Tank attack. You're controlling him with Ultra Hand. You see that? I don't know if you remember, but so cool. All right, first forbidden challenge. Nice. You completed one battle on forbidden difficulty. So, hard but not impossible. I feel like once I get my mojo back, I'll be able to do. I should be able to do really well. But that was one of the easier levels too. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna work on your challenge. We'll be working on that. And I hope to do it one day very soon. And I'm gonna call it a night here because work and everything, like gotta be well rested. I appreciate the finger heart, donuts, hat, and mustache. Thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for the raid on Twitch. Thank you, Atlas Tales. Thank you, Indu. Thank you, Draco. And I will see you guys next time, hopefully. Much love. And have an amazing night. Thanks, guys. Signing out. Good night.